Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Speed Gaming Tournament 2024. My name is Awesome. I'm joined in the Maddie. How are you doing today, Maddie?
I'm doing great. I came back from a boat and missed the entire beginning of this tournament, so you're gonna have to give me a decent rundown on this one.
Yeah, so these are Lithanian ladder flags. I realize that probably doesn't mean a lot to some people in our audience, so we'll kind of go over them as we go. But first thing to notice,
I knew I recognized them from somewhere, having been on the LL.
Yeah. So we do have a forced party, and you start promoted and you start at level 10. So we've got a master, a knight, a ninja, and a white wizard forced on us. Now, recruitment is on. You will recruit non-promoted party members, and they will be at level 1, if I remember right.
And I did notice...
They'll be at level 10. They'll be at level whatever you're at, of course.
And I did notice the fighting Bahamut's on, and they start with a tail. So basically, at any time, they can promote those new friends that they pick up, but it is going to take a bit of time.
Yep. At any time is kind of a double-edged sword here, because Bahamut is buffed and ready to come at you. So,
it's fine. He's friend-shaped.
He's fine. Everything's fine. So let's do you wanna go over the blessings for our party members we've got?
Oh, I do, and I definitely want to start with that knight because, it's the legend, it's true. He's got the Steel Lord. So once we find some steel armor, that knight gets fast at the beginning of every fight, just for free. It's great. It's the best thing that's ever been written. They tell legends about how amazing it is. It's the best one, and we get to see it today. It's going to be broken, and I've heard black belts are the favored for this seed flag, or flag set, but I cannot see them getting rid of the fighter with that.
Maybe we'll do some combined strats there, or just do the fighter. Yeah, the thief starts with the ruby and dual wields knife, which is another kind of fun flag that I've never really seen pan out exactly. They'll probably find a katana or something before they find two knives.
Oh, I mean, isn't the katana a knife? I'm pretty sure someone told me that once.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah,
not sure on that one.
Speaking of, that knight has the TNT, which is a lovely pairing with that white mage who has the adamant, and 8th level clean magic, so one of those very sad things where we're not going to get 8th level on that wizard, or on that white mage. It's going to be replaced with 3 of the random clean magic ones, which we do like, don't get me wrong, but when you're starting pre-promoted and you just have access to everything off the hop, I'm guessing we're probably going to see some better stuff in level 8 that's going to be very disappointing they can't get.
We'll have to see what they decide to do about that. The folks not appearing in the seed, we have a red mage who, if they recruit a red mage, they will get the cube. The red mage has plus 20 hit, which is nothing to write home about.
Hey, don't you diss that white red mage?
I mean, the red mage is fine, and we're off.
And we're off.
Ooh,
and there's... Yeah, life and wall, and harm 3, which the improved harm flags is on, so that's actually a really good early sweeper. And fast and warp! Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that ninja's now the new best friend. I just keep this party, it's fine. We need no changes.
Yeah, it's worth noting we don't get black spell levels for a little bit, but we don't really need them early on. We have harm 3, that can be our sweeper. Phoenix and Serisan both kind of heading up to Toph here. We'll see what we do.
As a disciple of Phoenix, I will have to make as many puns as possible, by the way, just so we're clear. Everyone sees it coming.
Yeah, that's okay. To be expected.
Yeah.
I've braced myself.
Yes, the pun lord, we must. We gotta keep it fast and loose.
That black belt with the increased agility there was kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and we got a redundant adamant and a rod, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, like, who needs a black mage? We'll just use this rod, it's fine.
Oh, and we immediately replaced the fighter on Phoenix's side.
Oh!
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm wounded. I guess with fast at level 1, yeah. I get it, and Those were really good level 1 spells that the red mage can learn as well, so having 2 fast casters versus needing to find the steel armor, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
That red mage sitting there too, with the cube, is just like, you know, you do need the cube eventually, so now you don't have to hunt that down. That's another key item you don't need to find.
Very true, very true. I don't think we saw Serisan take the red mage. No.
No, did not take red for now.
And checking the armor store again, I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna look for that fast.
Yeah, that blursing is. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and a canoe.
I gotta believe in that blursing.
Oh, it sounds amazing. So we'll have to see how it goes. Nice canoe and the float. Oh my gosh. So apparently,
we're going to the sky early, baby.
Whoever rolled this seed had something to do, because we are scooting along here at a rapid pace. We have access to everything.
I'm back. We gotta go fast.
Yep. We could go get the floater right now if we wanted. We might. I don't know. But
I could see it, just considering how much time it's gonna save with the overworld encounters. They're already starting at level 10, and black belt or otherwise, they're gonna be wanting to use a tile for grinding.
Yeah. Yep. They will want to find a tile for sure. Head into Elfland, see what's at level 3 black.
Serisan saying hi to Bicky.
Ooh, Bracken Temper.
Ooh. That's basically everything you need.
Yeah. I mean, that's... A nicer sweeper would be nice. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, we're kind of pretty much set.
As I say, don't diss on Harm 3. Harm 3 goes pretty hard with the improved harm. We also have Phoenix obviously unable to take that on the Knight or the Red Mage as well, so there's that sort of downside to it, in that only the White Mage is available as a sweeper. We could see it later if he finds a decent black spell that he swaps the White Mage out, because life's good, but he's got a Red Mage and a Knight.
Yeah, and I mean, having multiple life casters is obviously great, especially when you get to Toph.
Invis 2 on level 2 here.
Ooh, nice.
At Provoca. That. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I've changed my mind. I'm keeping the White Mage for no particular. Actually, I think it was in slot 1, which means the Red Mage can learn it. So, yeah, trading red for or white for red in this might be actually a really good call.
Yeah, maybe.
Life 2 at 6. Only thing that I saw that was relevant. And there's Ice 2.
I don't know.
It legally sweeps.
Yeah, I mean, we have Harm 3 already.
And yay! Confused Old Men, our favorite. Oh, have a Ruby. You already had one.
Yep.
They were confused. They didn't know. Should have sent them, the list of things you wanted for your birthday.
And Phoenix fades the hint guy in there.
I mean,
on,
what is a hint to a fast racer?
I guess, like, what do we need the hint for? If it's exactly the chime, is basically where we're at this point.
Yes. I'm wondering if the curiosity... Phoenix ate the first encounter off the encounter table and is now on the way to go do Bicky. Alright, let's see what these dwarves have. It's a fun time. Fire stick. Yeah, it's illegally a sweeper. And there's that canoe, as mentioned, and the floater, if I recall correctly, from the second one.
Yep. Transit options are open to us now.
Yes.
We don't have the boat, but we don't really need the boat.
I was gonna say, we did make a huge announcement of Phoenix in the air at 5.
Yeah, I guess we really probably should have.
Yeah.
But back to get the crown, which, I mean, they don't have it.
They definitely started with airship this seed, right?
Yeah.
It was in the settings. We didn't need to say anything.
Pretty sure everything was just on.
Hint is for ship. I don't think we're gonna need that, sir.
Yeah, I missed where the hint said that the ship was, but it kind of doesn't matter.
It means it's somewhere we're never gonna see.
Oh, Astos. So, I guess we won't go fight Astos.
I'm still one for calling him Ass Toast, because it's really fun.
Yeah, alright. I'll give you that.
Just jam it up, leave it on your seat. Congratulations, you've met him.
I'm gonna go check Sarda, see if there's somebody recruitable at Sarda.
Yeah.
Nope.
Doesn't look. There is Slab, and we know Bottle is in Volcano. As the hint there in Elf. Wherever the heck Serisan was. I'm blinking it. They're moving so fast. That's what happens when I take a week off. Everything looks like it's going at super speed.
Yeah, these flag sets are. This flag set is also tends to be a little bit fast. So,
Level 5 has
Fade,
Fade.
Exit.
I mean, I'm down for that.
Yeah, Fade, Exit, good stuff.
Fire 3? Yeah. Could be worse.
There's a Black Mage.
Yay. Translate that Slab. Early Lefane, let's go. And Serisan in the air at 738. Definitely all speed, all gas.
Phoenix, thinking about that Black Mage quite a bit. Wouldn't be a bad take over the Red Mage. You'd have to go buy her spell skin, but...
Yeah. I don't think we've seen any super great spells as of yet, though.
Well, I mean, just level 1 stuff if you wouldn't mind a rebuy.
Oh, yeah. We definitely do want that fast. But, like, the ninja has that. The ninja is our caster, didn't you know?
Traded the ninja for a caster. Yeah. Except for we just left him there. Some nice metal slime here on the first grind tile in Earth.
And Cobras. Boo. Boo earns.
Yeah, just not worth it.
That's a lot of metal slimes, though, and if I recall, he picked up a Flame 2 stick.
The loot is... I believe that said C, but I'm not sure. I believe.
Some small pickings. And just a, you know, if people haven't seen with these flag sets, all of the incentive items are in their vanilla locations and dungeons, so we probably won't see a lot of chest opening unless our players are looking for some extra gear. You know, probably why Black Belt has been very popular in this flag set, because the less stuff you have to find, the better.
Yep. I mean, they could be looking for that steel armor.
That steel armor is generally always going to be in a store, though. I think it's a guaranteed store item, so as long as we'll probably see Serisan continue to check armor shops as he goes into different towns, and he'll need minimal money for that, technically. It can roll pretty high, but never enough that's going to be an issue with these kind of a flag set. They're still in the starting town. I thought I only saw Opal in the starting town. Now, I could be wrong, but...
Okay, Iker confirming steel armor was like a whole bunch of money in Corneria.
So... I'm gonna trust Ike here, because his eyes are better than mine right now.
Yeah.
Serisan sold an Opal. Got it. Like I said, my eyes, bad right now. I've been out in that sea air for too long. Took too many pictures of the ocean.
You just been away from the game, man. You can't just come back.
I really have, but I mean, I saw so much fun stuff in the ocean that makes, you know, being very in boat over to the airship now. Seeing flying fish, like, literally shooting their way into the distance as your ship goes by, it's a sight that I wish I could have taken a picture of in my 1,300 shots I took for people. Oh.
Yeah, I bet that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. It was great. It's still second best to a tortoise eating a broccoli.
Tortoises eating anything is pretty nice.
Yeah, they're so chill. I think as someone said, like, when you live that long, you just don't care. Enjoy everything that life has to offer, including broccoli. There's a Bane sword. That's a decent pickup.
Not too bad. Good for that. Better for that fighter than a short sword +2.
And what is a short sword but a knife?
Pretty sure just a short sword. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it was a knife, because then we could like see the dual wield in action. But
We're taking advantage of that free broad. Serisan going straight for Vampire, getting a couple of greed chests on the way, as you do, and as you are carrying 2 melees. I think Saracen's not going to go for the black belt if he can help it. I think he's kind of planning the shift, considering the like A tier, S tier blessings that happened on that fighter and ninja.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, the fighter definitely is going to serve us early game anyway. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Phoenix taking this metal slime grind here.
It's not a bad choice considering having harm 3 and the fire stick. So.
Yeah.
Just one of those ones where you get away with it. And there is the herb in the little incentive chests. Vampire's little treasure for you. Oop. And Phoenix headed, I'm guessing, for the closest inn. Or not? Or yes, or no? No, back to Corneria.
I'm gonna go by... Oh. Some magic for our red mage friend there.
As you do. And as you should.
Yes. Still looking for a few items, so probably continue to investigate, but closing in on, item complete. So.
Very true.
Phoenix
stopping to Elfland.
Got some more
Nope.
spells.
Because I didn't get a good look at these spells where Serisan was here. We got Brack and Temper. Yes, we remember those. That is a very sad list of spells.
It is. Maybe we didn't have a lot of money when we came here.
Likely true. The Metal Slime serves multiple purposes. Cure 3, not a bad pickup. Not a bad pickup.
Nope. Something to do with those charges, anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we saw Serisan come this way for the 4s.
Certainly.
Cure 4. Well, now you feel bad about taking the Cure 3. And Harm 4. Oh, not picking up Harm 4 for the extra sweeper.
I don't think that...
Ah, he's low on money. Nuke, though. Never punished.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and put Nuke on that red mage, and there's our sweeper. Oh, and there's a Lich on screen.
Yeah. I mean, I heard that they fought a vampire, but, I didn't see anything.
I saw the herb. That was behind the vampire.
You mean there was a speed bump? Yes, they taking advantage of the mage stick. Bane sword doing basically as much damage as these extra weak spells, or weak 2. There we go. 1 Lich, bagged up, get him out of there. 1 orb lit for Serisan. Is that a lead? Not at the moment, I would say. I think Phoenix's grind and having the black belt in a bit of a better position does sort of make up a difference, and our runners are pretty still neck and neck, even as we have Phoenix going directly down. Probably going to check the trap tiles down here, see if they're a bit better for the overall grind than those metal slimes, as well as picking up the incentive and probably taking carry out on the way.
Yeah. Definitely, we got carry on the mind here. Gonna check these tiles. There's a nice sandwich there, or a gray witch, rather.
Houses for 2,000, an excellent price in this economy.
Yeah, pretty good. Not sub-grand like you kind of like to see, but still fun.
As you...
And Serisan not taking the black mage either, so... Gonna rely on that ninja for the black spells. Ooh, that's gross.
Ooh, that is... Well, it's weak to fire too.
And weak to harm 3.
And harm 3. It's not great, though. That means Phoenix is going to whiff on finding a good grind here in Volcano.
Yep.
Aga and the Eye out there somewhere. Serisan grabbing us some Cardia checks, because they're free, they're easy.
Yep.
Could be Serisan... Just thinking on the Black Mage pick. He's seen access to the black spells. Realistically, everything within 1 to 4 is what you want on a Black Mage. You got your fast, you got your temper, you got your nuke. So the ninja's gonna have it, and in terms of general sweeping, the white mage does the job with having access to harm 3 as early as they do. So I think you could keep this 3 melee party without too much issue just because of starting with the promotions.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably fine. We'll just have to see what kind of happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably replacing people that you're gonna down anyway when you grind. So
Is the Massa a knife? No, legally everyone could equip it.
No, it's not a knife. I think only things that have the knife symbol are knives.
But okay, so what is the best knife for this dual wielding of knives?
The long knife? I don't know.
This just sounds extra sad the longer it goes. Chat, that's your new homework job. I need a list of knives.
I need a good knife.
As the seafood party platter guards the bottle. Not a bad, grind to take, but not one that Phoenix is in a position to really take advantage of. Serisan grabbing every bit of extra greed down here on the mermaid floor, and he is a member of Bubble Soda Co. We absolutely know that there will be carbonation of bubbles. There is no if and or but about that one.
Maybe. I mean, if we check Bubble's chests.
And there's the bassoon, our free loot.
Yep.
Not. Serisan, you get to get warp at level 1, right? The ninja has some casts, right?
I guess we're gonna full loot mermaids here.
Yep.
We're gonna go say hi.
There we go. Never let down on the bubbles.
There we go. Large knife. We found one.
Excellent. Perfect.
I don't know that we're gonna do anything else.
Yeah.
Now we should probably have used the warp spell, but that's fine. If we wanted
Yeah.
to come get that chest, maybe not. But...
Could be planning to finish this floor and then warp back to first. He doesn't have key though, so
yeah.
I think he just forgot he had warp.
Could be. Maybe just didn't think that the ninja has cast of it yet. I don't know what level they're at yet, so.
I say they started at 10, so 12?
Yeah.
I think they should have 1 cast? No, it starts at 15, doesn't it?
I don't think you get them until 15. So.
Yeah. And Phoenix taking on Carry, that bunch having some better days on this one. That said, looks like it's gonna be... Ooh. Yep, you got those invis casts up. Carry being a punch machine.
Yeah, we're trying to see what we have kind of magic for.
Yeah. There was a lot of checking those tiles and taking, fights where you could, so the amount of sweeping... There we go! That's a carry down, and a fire orb lit for Phoenix. As Serisan going back down, likely going to take the Kraken side of things now. Probably going to go straight to Kraken. I can't imagine our betentacled friend will cause too much issues to a Bane Sword and a decently leveled Black Belt.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the Mocking Grind treats them, but I would imagine if Serisan's doing this, then they're pretty confident they can take Kraken
I believe
down.
in Serisan. As a fellow Arbiter, I must believe in Serisan. It's in my job description. Taking the greed along the way. Ooh, an ice armor. It does not have access to that steel yet. I'll say lock 2 at 7. Yeah. And nothing for the white mage.
Yeah. Effectively nothing.
Coral sword. Stomach B. We take those. And there is the fairy with a key. Serisan would... Well, no, TFC's not a fun one to chest. As much as we call it that fun chest, it is definitely not one that you care to check. That said, that does open the Corneria check for Phoenix, because that is on our incentive list.
Yep. It would be great if that were Chime and we could just kind of stop this foolishness. Oh, there's a Tyro.
Ooh, Tyro off the reset. Interesting.
and then some
Ankylos
after that, and
yeah.
that's gross.
Ooh, steak and wings? Oh, he was just resetting to walk to that. I'd have taken the steak and wings on the way. But that's a personal take and why I lose races, so...
Yeah, we'll have to see how Phoenix kind of manages that, but at least in that
Because they putting that black belt in the front. Obviously, yeah, not going to lean on the black belt, hoping to find some good gear as we go. That Massa is on the incentive list, so... Oh, and it's in Lefane, so... Excellent, excellent pickup.
Slab tells us how to forge the best sword, I guess.
Oh, and Kraken being Kraken, punching white mages directly in the face.
It's okay, though.
I say,
Bane the Kraken.
It's not a terrible choice, especially with how evasive he seems to be. Well, he's got at least one more try.
Probably.
Hey!
Oh,
got it!
Got lucky.
You take those.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely good.
I was gonna say, is the experience scaling off of orbs or items on this one? I'm gonna guess orbs based on how Serisan's been playing.
50% on orbs.
Yeah. That's another reason I think Serisan is avoiding any sort of grind for now, where Phoenix took it a bit early. Phoenix is definitely leaning into the black belt 100% on this one, where Serisan, having found that Bane Sword, I think is going to take as many fiends down as possible. Obviously, still looking for that time for the last one, but as many of those fiends as possible to make that grind infinitely faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As Phoenix taking yet another grind here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Phoenix isn't heading to Earth before doing this, but I guess if you've got a T-Rex off the hard reset.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. Serisan's a good racer. I foresee him finding it at the same time. Now, granted, it's going to make certain aspects faster for Phoenix as well, because he'll have the levels to not care about stuff. And leaving again at 16, I'm guessing for an in-visit? No, going to Ice. Phoenix is a madman.
Deciding not to go to Ice.
No, I think deciding to go to Ice the other way.
Oh.
I think it might have been like a misclick on like the keyboard. He's probably got it bound to like the shoulder buttons and then like accidentally rotated the controller or dropped it, as I'm prone to do, which is always a terrible time. Ah, yes, getting the warp cast on the ninja for the early grind, that makes perfect sense. Because now you can just check that incentive in here pretty easy and get everything in one go instead of having to do the ice loop twice.
Yep, having warp is just great for that.
Yeah. It's a lovely trick. And there's the ribbon at Robot. We need to name the robot.
Somebody has.
I was gonna say, and just took notice of exit on the white mage, which explains Serisan's differences in routing. Whereas he has picked that up and can just basically exit anything rather than needing to do the immediate warp strats, or the multiple warp strats. Yeah. Ice having crystal, Phoenix picking up little things. Ooh, there's a loose ribbon.
Oh, that's nice.
We know where 2 ribbons are now in rotation. And a ruse stick, and there's that chime. That is technically go mode.
Yep, item go mode. We know where everything that we need is.
So, the ideal thing I would probably be doing here would be grab your orbs, finish your grind, go punch your way through the end of the game. I was gonna say, Serisan, why did you go to the other side of Lefane? Has it been flipped for you recently? I'm gonna have to ask. Yes.
Guillotine doesn't work in Lefane, so
There's that Massa.
Yeah.
It's 2. That's as high as you could go. With this flag set.
Yeah, definitely a rock and sword there.
I say Serisan grabbing extra spells and whatnot here at the Lefenian Superstore. You know, I'm super tempted. I'm going to start calling it the real Lefenian Superstore, because here up in Canada we have the real Canadian Superstore. It's just perfect. I say the black belt down, but Serisan not really caring.
Apparently we're just gonna go black beltless. I mean, if you're gonna use it, you're gonna grind them on a tile anyway, so it just does not matter.
Yeah, and I think they just the access with temper being as low as it was, having access to the other spell that does the other stuff. The fast armor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a good enough reason that with the Massa and steel armor that fighter will do pretty much everything a black belt's going to need to do, and at a slightly lower level in terms of needing to grind up, without the need to worry about, you know, downing the rest of the team or anything like that either. So I'm team fighter, mostly because I'm bad at using black belts, but
I'm usually, I mean, if the seed allows it in the flag set, I'm usually team black belt because it's kind of easy mode.
it is. I think it's just the aspect of it with the steel armor. It also means that in terms of their fights, it takes an entire turn out of needing to set up for the fighter versus the black belt. And with access to temper that early, like I said, you just go ham on tempers.
Yep. And you're going to have, I mean, on Phoenix, or you could pick up that black mage or that red mage in that black belt slot and just have
Really
it
true.
temper caster.
Yeah. I think I could see Serisan just ignoring it, though. 4 tempers should be more than enough to get through the Temple of Fiends. The ninja can fast itself if it's got a good enough weapon, so what would it be? Bane Sword, likely?
Yeah. Depending on what we see, Saracen's checking the armory here. That might yield something, because Phoenix didn't do this.
Might be hoping for an X-Cal or something along the lines, maybe an extra loose ribbon. Because they will not have the Master's defense. They are going to have to ribbon them up and lose the defense if they're going to be completely status immune. Now, granted, does that matter when you punch really hard? No, but...
Yeah, we'll have to see how that works, especially since you have life so early and you've got 2 casts of it.
Yeah.
Or 2 casters of it, rather.
Yeah. We keep underestimating these early, the early night and having access to the extra life. So realistically, he can pick himself up. It's a situation where we know Phoenix has gotten rid of that knight, but does have the red mage, does the same kind of thing in terms of that spell availability on a arguably weaker body that's not going to contribute much to boss fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna say, my anniversary on FFR like came a little while ago, and I have to wonder how I got so good at knowing stuff. I'm gonna very much blame the Duckling program being really good, and suggest if any of you have interest in that, it should be starting up again in a couple of months. It's honestly a really good way to get into the game and start enjoying stuff, or do what I did, just dive headfirst into really hard tournaments. You will learn on the fly, and we have a lovely community in terms of being able to ask questions, anything you could happen to want, for learning and going.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the Duckling program. It is great. I haven't gone through it yet, actually. I'm still technically a Duckling.
Yes.
And I've been in this community for a long time. Most years I haven't been able to appropriate the time. But regardless, it's a great program. The Discord's great, too. There's always people helping people get started. We love to help new people. It's great.
If you can't find anyone, just ask me directly. I'm sure I'll answer a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you can ask me questions, too. Like, whatever.
Yeah. And hey, never believe that you can't do it. I like I said, I joined like a little over a year ago, and I somehow ended up in the Tournament of Champions. Not just, having been in there, but qualified for it. If I can do it, any of you can beat me, trust me. And we will take pride in you beating me. That is how we work. We want people to beat us because it makes the races better.
Yeah, it makes everything more exciting. The more high level people you have, the better it is.
Yes.
So Phoenix looks like we're just gonna go and we're gonna go grab the loot and be done with it.
Yeah. We got Serisan having picked up what's needed. He's gonna get the key from here, which we obviously know leads to the chime, and that'll put Serisan in item go mode as well, though whether he goes directly that way or not may vary. Probably, considering he's got no other orbs to grab, so he's in a position where just he wants to take his grind sooner than later to be ready to do Toph. Because we got a long Toph here.
Yep, we have a long Toph. We'll have to see how that is.
I was gonna say, I think you could see a walking grind from Serisan in the Toph.
Or just take the Toph grind on the first floors too. We've seen a lot of times.
Yeah, because we really haven't seen any good trap tiles. Like the closest one was those the metal slimes. Phoenix obviously knows where there's that walking grind for the T-Rex, but unfortunately, it's also one of those things where their first encounter is kind of deep on the encounter table. So while it's good, it does take a lot of time to invest in. Versus, doing the same thing while you're in tow.
Getting a little more experience that way too, I think, if you do it in tow.
I think the T-Rex is the most experienced of anything, with the exception of, I think, maybe the pack of 4 Gasties, but it really depends on where that is on the encounter table.
Yeah.
Because I know...
the Gastie pack's what you're looking for in tow, so...
They're so yummy. Just huff them.
Delicious. Delicious.
I was gonna say, there's nothing demeaning about being a duckling. It's great. Heck, I, despite having started in Winter Tournament, was a duckling this year. And I was in the scary pack, so absolutely nothing to be ashamed of in that front.
Plus, like, when you promote, you become a platypus.
Yeah.
Or just wonderful things.
Yeah, I'm a platypus now. It's great. My skin glows under a black light. What does the blue mean? I've watched way too many of that natural habitat shorts. They're just so good. And we have Serisan about to find those gyros. Has the chime, so can go in to fight Tia at any time, but Tia is about that sort of mid-range where you're like, do I really want... That was T-Rex on second encounter. Yeah, so that's it. Since Serisan hasn't gotten rid of the black belt, I could see him taking it to 32 just for the decent number of hits, even if he's going to rely on the fighter as the primary hit.
Yeah. I definitely want your ninja to be contributing, although probably contributing by casting temper a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, that's the ninja's job. The ninja has been a black mage the entire time. Take off his mask and he's just black mage under there.
Well, that's what it is like, he's just a black mage with a mask on.
Yeah.
Because the black mage doesn't have a face, so...
Yes, both of our runners on the same grind, enjoying a delicious steak buffet. Both with the same number of orbs, because Phoenix hasn't gotten the Earth Orb as of yet. Which... I really hope Phoenix remembers he doesn't have that.
Oh, I imagine. I kind of am wondering if Phoenix doesn't remember they have the rod. But, could just be saving Earth for last. I mean, you know where it is. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. I think it's just a bit of it being really quick and it also being an additional, what would it be, like 50% experience on top, just making this all the faster. Like, we even have Serisan after enough levels to have the warp cast and whatnot, running into this just to take on Tia.
Yeah.
That's it. We have punch level 21 from Phoenix. healing up, doing all the things you gotta do. Serisan says hi to 2 whole wizards.
2 whole wizards are going to make it hard to get through here.
2 whole wizards. What's our missing incentive item at this point? We know crystals in somewhere.
Garbage. We know what's at
Oh.
crystal. Oh, the
Yeah,
Octo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, there's something in here, right?
Oh, there's definitely something in here. It could
Yeah.
just be like nothing we need though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, the defense sword's still in rotation. I think the white shirt. I think both of our runners found that extra ruse stick. Serisan punching an eye, as you should.
Yep. Serisan almost level 20 too.
Yeah. And we know Phoenix is about 21 recently, so... I think Phoenix is going to spend all of this time, obviously, leveling that black belt. We are 27, so good position to be. Gonna run through Lich, which, honestly, kind of a better fight to be doing of Lich versus Tia. It's gonna take a little bit longer for Serisan in terms of last fiending. But, realistically, I think Saracen's just got a better thing in not having to do Earth again. Or, yeah. Because that is significantly far from where this grind is.
And Earth isn't the shortest dungeon, right?
Yeah. It's only the second shortest dungeon.
Yeah. But... really? In terms of steps, the second shortest dungeon?
I think it is, just because of how big C is. And then Sky being 2 dungeons. And that's obviously only counting Fiend dungeons. And Volcano, while long, has so many non-encounter tiles that we all consider it the shortest.
It's definitely, I mean, and if you don't do the treasury and you don't do any grind tiles, you don't
walk
do anything,
directly
you just
there.
go down. It's
Toast your
very
toes
slow.
a little bit, drink some potions, punch carry in the face. It's a great time.
Yes. It is very short if you do it that way.
It's practically a vacation. Yeah. Fellas, I'm bringing up a very good point. This is the kind of grind that a couple of houses would go really hard.
Yeah.
I don't recall if Phoenix has many. Granted, he's basically at level, so...
Yeah, he's at 36 already, so... I guess heading to 42 is safe here, but...
It's an extra hit. It's not as safe, because, like I said, I don't think they have the master-adjusted MDEF.
Oh, they do, if I remember right. The master... I think...
As we get the news on that, Rax, how's weather?
Exactly.
Gonna say, baning his way through Tia. That finishes it for Serisan. Now this means Saracen's grind is going to be significantly shorter just from that 50% bonus AXP. So as much as, you know, Phoenix almost has those levels and is going to literally walk through Earth, we are at pretty much a very close impasse. The time for Earth versus the time for this grind.
Yeah.
Phoenix going higher than 42? What is this shenanigans?
Maybe we're gonna go to 50. I don't know.
It's 43. He's going. He's going.
I guess we're just gonna take it all the way. I love when you gain enough levels that your sprite kneels, even though you haven't taken any damage.
Yeah, that's always a fun time. You have 300 health. Nah, man, I'm low.
I'm at like 25% of my max.
Yeah. It's more than the rest of your team has combined. 25%. I really need that heal.
Yeah. Stands people up and doing Earth.
I was gonna say, Saracen's Black Belt already punching into the thousands of damage with that free fast to start every combat. So yeah, I could see Serisan maybe level 25-ish and just going to toe with the steel armor.
Maybe. I know that like 80% of the Tophers have been pretty
Ooh.
easy.
Pyro has nuke.
Oh.
And Rub.
We haven't seen that yet.
He demands sacrifice.
I guess. Oh, we're gonna do this. Okay.
Well, it's the two characters he cares to get levels on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is, if I think this is correctly, it's basically Pyro into double T-Rex for the encounter table here. Which is oh so nice. I can't. It's so good. I'm gonna say Phoenix getting bat blocked.
As you do. I don't know.
As you do.
Here without getting bat blocked, like.
I was gonna say they gotta show him the bat credit card. They worked so hard to get it.
And high vampire, bye vampire.
I was gonna say high fine red mist with an extra steps.
Yeah.
I was gonna say at some point Phoenix seems to have swapped that ninja for a full-on black mage. I mean, considering he's going deep into this black belt, not a terrible choice, obviously, but interesting in that this is gonna be really relying on that punch cannon.
Yep. Has been a strategy though that has paid off for most people, so we'll have to see.
Oh yeah, you can very rarely go wrong with Fist.
Yeah.
I say, shilling my team for the Fall League. Catch the Fall League coming early September on Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Like now-ish.
Yeah.
Very, very soon, actually.
Very soon. I should be practicing more.
The first week's spoiler. You don't have to practice for spoiler.
Yeah, I wrote the spoiler flags. I know I need to practice for spoiler. Because I wrote them, and it did not get much time to actually practice anything. I had to rely on the rest of the team to do stuff for me because I was so busy prepping for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
As a Serisan down to just the black belt, up to level 32, and still going, which means Phoenix is going to be our first into Topher.
Yep, assuming something strange doesn't happen here, we should see Phoenix and Topher pretty soon. Equipped to make it. I mean, a level 43 black belt's not gonna something, yeah.
Bellison, every joke about our team name is going to come out wrong, and you know it. That said, level, what is this, like 44 black belt? I cannot see much issue happening here in Toph unless there's a particularly nasty encounter that doesn't let him run.
This is not a pack you want to grind on.
Yeah,
though.
Very much on Team Pickles and Beer in the comments here. We're not liking the play from Serisan because of the serious commitment that was already on the night. 32 would have been enough to just leave. This is a big waste of time. Now, obviously, he doesn't know changes to the party Phoenix made or anything like that. So, from a racing standpoint, he doesn't know. But it is one of those things where I'd have probably left 6-ish levels ago, minimum. Now there's 42. We're gonna have him coming in as Phoenix is probably hitting that Lich fight, because we gotta go heal all that team.
Yeah, we'll have to see if, is he gonna pick up the armor, too?
He already has the armor, so.
He has the
steel. He picked it up a while ago.
Steel. Oh, okay, I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, no heal potions for sale in Corneria.
Yeah. Just gotta go.
Do without.
Alright. Oh, hello.
Ah! What the heck?
There's a living Lich. Have we ever seen this before? Quick, hit the panic button.
Lich down somebody.
There we
what do
go.
you do?
There we go. Well,
So
that
far, Lich
could make up some difference here.
could. So far, Lich 2's been the hardest themed, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've only seen one fiend. It was Lich 2.
Well, I mean...
Oh yeah, in general, the first 4 were babies that Serisan got the cheeky banes on.
Yeah. I guess Tia wasn't really a speed or a pushover, but...
Yeah. Stepping on the beach. Ninja does have a run advantage with the extra agility, so that's also an aspect that Saracen's going to have a better time with going through here. This is like micromanagement of plays and whether it pays off.
Yeah. I mean, we'll kind of have to see here. I mean, Saracen on Lich's floor, so...
Phoenix up to carry. Ooh, wow, that black belt's not hitting as hard as we would like. There we go, the fighter proving that Steel Mail was the choice by owning that Lich.
Lich didn't get a chance to survive that time.
Yep.
Yeah, the Lich had to have rolled really close to max.
Oh yeah. Well, he had about 1,000 HP, so...
Yeah, or at least 800, so...
Yeah. More than 700, less than 1,000. Somewhere in that range.
Somewhere, yeah.
I say Saracen getting to carry already, and just in the nature of having 2 big hits going to happen, I think is obviously going to get through this. And then we'll have both runners on Kraken floor. Kraken, the equalizer.
Carry,
Oh!
Derby.
Carry
And-
also, yeah.
Rolled up a little bit. This should take her out no matter what, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say, considering the rolls for the big fiends is something between 100 and 200% of their normal, it makes sense that they're all rolling up. And a Kraken punched. We beat him to it. He was like, oh man, all of these mages, and Phoenix just said no.
So we've moved from all melees and one mage to one melee and all mages.
Ooh, he hitting for 400 on that black belt.
That's a good place for it to go, though.
Yeah.
Cheeky tier 4, and we're done. And the rock golems come up.
I was really hoping for that cheeky bane. It would have been really funny.
And our ninja goes down, which is unfortunate, but kind of funny.
Life 2. Not a huge issue. Well, unless we kill Kraken now, then it's kind of an issue.
Too bad. Just life 2 out of battle.
Oh, I got a stretchy cat getting in the way.
Phoenix rolling up to Chaos here. Gonna be a pretty quick seed here, assuming Chaos doesn't just roll completely nasty stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hope for nasty, just because I'm kind of voting for Saracen. I'm very team, everything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
That said, we're gonna see it. First big temporary punch for 1862. Lovely year. Second big punch, 1680. Quad X doesn't do a thing.
And we may have...
1929,
no.
and that is Phoenix taking it with 50-22-ish.
So GG's to Phoenix in chat. We'll see if Saracen has an equally easy time. Probably will. But
I was gonna say, I imagine it going half as long, but the fact that Saracen just entered Chaos as it was ending on Phoenix's side, very close race this entire time.
Yeah, very, very close.
I
kind
think
of a
the
free
deciding
turn.
factor on it was just Saracen keeping both and not leaving at 32, letting the black belt get the full.
Yep, and we're joined in the booth by Phoenix. GG's Phoenix.
GG's, folks.
Do you have an appropriate pun for the situation?
No, just my revenge on Saracen, because he took me out last year's name tournament, so.
Well, it was a wonderfully close race from both of you. Would you say, what would you say was your favorite point?
You know what? I don't really, other than being in the air, what was it, about 5 minutes in, and, yeah.
You
Took
beat
a risk
Chris
skipping-
into the air by 2 minutes. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, we were chatting in the race room there. I took a risk skipping Provoca when I had both the dwarf items, and I got a good chuckle when it was canoe and floater. I'm like, all right, well, here we go.
There is Serisan done literally a minute after.
Yeah, I knew Serisan wasn't going to be far behind me on that. I mean, he's one of the best on the server, so the entire Topher, I had one eye on my on the race time room, half expecting him to done pretty quickly.
All right. Speaking of Serisan, you've joined us in the race room, and now I gotta grill you on some decisions. How do you feel about that?
I mean, there were decisions made. I honestly was banking on a way harder Topher than what we saw.
Yeah.
Because I have seen and I have experienced a few Tophers in these flags where a 42 black belt wasn't enough. And yeah, I was waffling. I should have committed one way or the other.
Yeah.
The difference is literally box count. If I had just cut out some of the boxes, it would have been fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think my thought was you had the steel armor, you had the fast, you had, your entire team prepped for everything. My bit was just like, take the black belt to 32, don't bother with the 42 because it's an extra hit and you've already got more than enough offense on that team. But you made the decision, and I think that was it. That was just the thing that set it over.
Yeah, GG's Phoenix. I mean, I knew this was kind of the revenge match of last year, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool falling out here. But this one had a very distinctly different grind than what you had last year, and that makes all the difference.
The full steak buffet was beautiful.
It was just a wee bit safer than last year.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna say, you say that. I don't think Phoenix saw that the Tyros had nuke.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
they
he did.
nuked me. Yep, they got me. I think that's what took out my white mage and actually got my black belt to solo.
Yeah.
I leveraged it in like kind of phases. I let the ninja and the white mage die, and then took a couple more fights, made sure that the black belt could punch the blue stakes, and then I let the knight go down.
Yeah.
Those were handy nukes.
They were.
Yes.
They did the job.
It's rare that you get to say that too, right? Like, it's not
Thank you
often
for
that you get
nuking
to
me.
say, man, this was just a really helpful nuke that came at my face. And I'm going to use it again later.
Well, they have nuke. That's excellent, actually.
I asked Phoenix, but Saracen, what was your favorite part of the run?
The moment that I found the chime in the key lock.
Do tell.
Every time you saw me check a hint giver, when it was Lefane and it gave a dud hint, or Gaia, like towards the end, I was just trying to see if I needed to do something that I wasn't in my path. And
Yeah.
so I get the bottle from Volcano, I turn it in for the key, and I see that it's a dud hint in Gaia. And then I'm like, well, the only correct answer is go turn in for the Canaria locked. And then it was my go mode, and I was just like, oh, hooray, I don't have to do ice or marsh or any of that garbage.
I say we saw Phoenix take the grind to about 16 in order to do ice, so he had a plan. And ice was what, the crystal?
Yeah, it was worthless.
Yeah, crystal to
Crystal was-
TNT.
TNT, yeah.
Yeah. I saw the hint on that, and I was like, oh, good,
Yep.
that's one less thing I need to pay attention to.
It's two less things you need to pay attention to.
Well, I mean, I already knew where the TNT was. So
In your pocket. Yeah, you didn't need it.
Right. So when I saw that I had already turned that in, and the crystal turned into it, I was like, oh, well, wherever that is dead.
Yeah.
I never found wherever it was, which you said was ice.
Yep.
Yeah. I did do waterfall, which got me
Yeah.
a ribbon and a gold bracelet, and that was kind of nice. I had an exit charge at that point, so I was able to just dip out after.
It was so beautiful. Alright, I have a sucky lap boy who very much desires all of Mom's attention because she was gone for a week. So, that sounds like a perfect time for final thoughts. You want to start us off as our runner-up, Saracen?
GG's Phoenix. Thanks, Maddie, Softnum, for doing the comms. Who do we have in the tracking?
We had
Rex?
Rax.
Thank you, Rax. Appreciate you doing the tracking. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I hope this was an entertaining race. I felt close.
It
felt
was
very fast.
It was great. It was
Yes,
great.
I enjoyed it greatly.
And Phoenix, look forward to seeing you in the next round. What is it? Wildem or Pickles, maybe? Is that it?
Yeah, it's either Revenge Against Wildem for knocking me out of the winners bracket earlier, or Pickles.
I believe the puns
They're
must
tonight, yeah.
thrive.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
luck on that. And yeah.
Alright then. Phoenix, your final thoughts.
GG Saracen. You're one of the best, so I was never comfortable in this seat at all, even though I seemed to have read it pretty well. I just was not at all comfortable. Thanks for the crew coming out, Maddie and Softnon and Rax, because it's fun saying Rax.
It is so fun.
Right? Thanks to SGL for giving us their channel, and thanks for everyone coming out to watch. And Pickles, Wildem, looking forward to your match tonight, and we'll see who wins and who can knock me out.
Alright. And I've been talking for like 50 minutes, so I'm gonna hand it back to Softnum to take us out.
I do want to thank our runners for having a great race. It was exciting and fun to watch, action-packed. I recommend anybody who's coming into the end here to watch it back because it is excellent. Thank you, Rax, for doing the tracking for us. Thank you, Maddie, for being in the booth with me. And as always, if you like what you see, come on over to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. There you will find links to the wiki, which explains how to run the randomizer, how to get set up so you can track, and information on all the tournaments that we're having. Come sign up for the fall tournament. Get a team together, or come to the Looking for Team channel and sign up. It's a lot of fun. Or wait, as Maddie said, for the Duckling program, which should be starting here pretty soon. And that's it. Come join us in the Discord. Discord's great too. Wonderful community here. And thank you everybody for watching, and good night.